Hey everyone, Dan Dog Crypto. As we can see in the markets, money is flowing and transferring into some of these cryptocurrency. As we know, money is in the markets. It's flowing from one to another. Wealth is not scarce. It just transfers. What happens here, it transfers and the value just goes up and down. So wealth transfers into assets. So free, expendable, liquid cash. Is it sitting on the sidelines? Is it ready to deploy? As we see today, there's been a movement in the market. Wealth is not scarce. It is transferring and finding a home. As we can see, there's been a move as we see BNB, Binance. So these are slight moves, but a nice little upside as Bitcoin has broken 17, but there's going to be market manipulation, so it may go up, it may come down. As we've seen, our Cardano has moved up, but what happens is money flows from one to another as assets transfer, the value of these assets. So as I've been stating with hacks, certainly early was always the best opportunity as early adopters of HEX and understood the value of the T shares. So HEX as well has had a slight uptick to the upside, but understand PulseChain. PulseChain will launch soon. A copy will be transferred over of HEX. So all your system state or all your stakes will transfer over on PulseChain. Early opportunity. So any early adopters from the OA that have placed their stakes, yes, the value has come down off its high, and anyone that was in and had liquid hacks benefited. As we can see, certainly life-changing events for many hexagons that had liquid hacks. What happens here is understanding from 1 day to 15 years we can stake. There's going to be many different cycles within an economy, within the hex economy. So what happens is you want to be in income producing assets, in this case hex. You stake your T shares, you will earn more hex over a period of time on a daily payout. But the cycles, certainly anyone that had liquid hacks certainly benefited, and anyone that had stakes that were locked and into the future certainly saw their values go up dramatically and come down, but they receive more hacks. Early opportunity, and that's why I state with PZEN. What PZEN is an economic economy and understanding that wealth transfers. There's no scarcity of wealth. But what happens with PZEN here, it's all based on the redistribution, a percentage of the transaction. As you enter and as you exit, a redistribution is occurring. PulseXen is early. It's only 4 months into the journey of PulseXen. A copy will be brought over. It supports PulseChain. But understand it's in the launch phase redistribution. What that is stating is that the participants of PulseXen, the holders, are Genesis wallets. And the volume of PulseXen is modest. No large whale manipulation. The low volume of PulseXen is because it's in the distribution. As the community grows and volume enters, a distribution naturally occurs. You're receiving a continuous compounding yield. But with PulseXen is what we have to understand how early it is, because PulseXen right now has had a modest move to the upside, which is 14%. The float of what is outstanding with PulseXen tokens, the small float is creating a modest volume, the size of that order. So it's giving everyone an opportunity to take a position. At any point, a transfer of wealth comes in, and what happens is, because of the low volume, the volatility to the upside could potentially be massive. Because if we analyze and look at what is outstanding, 880 million PZEN tokens, its market cap, it's very low based on the price and what the total outstanding. But the key is what's within the float when someone enters. So the Zenites are the Genesis holders, receiving more PZEN within each transaction as it occurs based on the size. We had Coin Paprika now that is launching and has listed PZEN. So within PZEN, more eyes will see it. And as people understand that you can receive continuous compounding based on a transaction, and all the holders participate. So this is an early opportunity. A modest volume has moved PZEN up 14%. In theory, it really has outperformed the market from its launch. Once again, it's 4 months old. So within this week, from the 9th to the 13th, I believe, anyone that takes a position in PZEN and the wallet that takes the largest position within that time frame will receive an additional 100,000 PZEN tokens, a little perk. But understand that the community is growing. And as the community grows, how do we share the opportunity and people start understanding the true value of a transaction transfer redistribution economy? So you hold it in your decentralized wallet, no lock. So that means no staking, no time lock. You're free to do what you choose at any point. But remember, time in the market, giving you an opportunity to receive compounding effects. So PZEN being early, a low float, low volume, volatility to the upside, and understanding the possibilities as any volume enters, we'll see a dramatic tick to the upside. PulseChain is launching soon. PulseXen will copy over. I believe PulseXen is an early opportunity. Dollar cost average, giving everyone an opportunity to increase your position size. That's why I take a strong enough position, because the redistribution, the pool of what the distribution percentage of your wallet, that determines how many PZEN you receive. And as I stated, PZEN, if you have 1 million PZEN held in your wallet, approximately a 15%, but that's based on a 15% on a yield. But the compounding occurs based on the transaction or the transfer size. So now it ends up being dramatic, the amount of PZEN redistribution, wealth generating for your wallet. That's why take a strong enough position of PZEN, giving you an early opportunity. Because at any time, if we understand sharing the word, the community can unite and come through with sharing knowledge of what PZEN economy is. Here is Chainwire, crypto blockchain press release distribution platform. At any time, the community can come together, or anyone within the community. We can share the benefits of PZEN to open up the horizon. And that is the key, because it stretches out across all the sectors within blockchain, giving more knowledge and understanding and the benefits of PulseZen. So PulseZen is an early opportunity before the masses start understanding the value of a wealth redistribution. Because at any point, with a modest injection by the community as we grow, because what happens is sharing the opportunity. You can have one-on-ones, you can tweet, you can certainly take any information from any YouTube video and rebroadcast it, giving everyone knowledge of what PZEN is and how you can generate continuous compounding. And as you can see, within even a simple pricing, here's the gold, you can spread the word across 75 sectors and outlets to get the word out of the benefits of what PZEN is and how the economy of PZEN redistribution based on each transaction. So the opportunities are endless with PZEN. That's why I state PZEN is an early opportunity, because at any time, anyone within the community or members within the community can all support in the growth and knowledge of PZEN, creating a mass distribution of information, sharing the opportunity. That's how early we are with PZEN. No large whale manipulation. Now PZEN, again, it's socially engineered. It's a Web3, which is huge. It's a true decentralized finance. You have your MetaMask wallet, and your MetaMask wallet, all it has to do is hold PZEN. So PZEN, the code, will naturally redistribute to your wallet because it identifies that you are a holder of PZEN from the Ethereum virtual machine, EVM. The distribution is 2%, but it becomes massive based on the size, percentage ownership of PZEN. 1 million PZEN at this point. When you look at the pricing, still early, it's 0.0024. So 1 million PZEN, approximately, you're looking at somewhere of $2,400 plus. But the percentage of the redistribution that you receive, dollar cost average, again, do your homework, but understand the potential of what PZEN can do as we share and educate the benefits of a wealth redistribution that is based on transactions, because everything transfers. Wealth transfers, and wealth is there. It will transfer from assets, whether it ends up being you're seeing within the stock market. So value has been pulled out, which it's just been a transfer of value. Then the value has gone down. But once this starts to supply and demand, all of a sudden it will go up. So now is understanding what is also happening within this other ecosystem, which we call the stock market. They're creating the ETFs, whether it's for metaverses, whether it's we have the Hex Trust. Money is flowing. It's coming into crypto. So what happens is you're going to have these cycles as they occur. But the transfer of wealth, we've seen a monster transfer that anyone that believed in a sacrifice, that put money in, no expectations, no work from the efforts of others, no profits, no one's doing any work on your behalf, and people sacrifice with the hope of receiving something. In that case, what was it? PulseChain or PulseX. That was $1 billion that was transferred, but it didn't come from one large entities. It came from many small entities as well. And based on a point system, that's how they were redistributed. So now understanding that this wealth is there and at any point it can transfer, but it's not always just from one large whale. It could be a multitude of smaller entities. It's no different if 1 million people put $1, that is $1 million. So the transfer occurs because wealth is not scarce. So PZEN is this early opportunity. With modest volume, we have a 14%, but we have to open up our thoughts and know that the word at any time could get mass exposure. We're early, we're still in the distribution phase. The other, as we've seen, launches or donations. PZEN was an organic launch. It launched, there was no ICO, no pre-sale. So what happens is no one large position or multiple positions dominating and then creating a liquidity pool and get massive trading. No, it started organically. So then at that point is understanding the organic launch. Well, here what happens is others have done sacrifices or donations and money has entered. That was a transfer. And as we know within the PulseChain ecosystem, all the different projects and how much money transferred into those projects, still waiting. But that was a wealth transfer. PZEN launched organically. There was no pre-sale, no ICO. It just launched, and the launch is still in the distribution phase. So anyone that takes a position ends up being definitely a Genesis wallet, but the misunderstanding is the low volume. The low volume prevents any large whale manipulation, giving you an opportunity to take a position. And as the community grows, volatility to the upside could be massive. And that's why I state, do your homework. Get a better understanding of what PZEN is. It's a continuous compounding based on transactions. These transactions in the world, whether you're transferring on MasterCard and Visa, there are fees that are being distributed. Merchants are taking fees. It is the real world. PZEN interacts within the crypto community. It's an ERC20 token. A copy will be brought over to PulseChain. An interaction. understanding the potential and what it means to be early. Do your homework. I believe PZEN is definitely this early opportunity, and understand that at any point, any community member could start doing massive distribution of information. Share it with your friends. Opportunities come and go. PZEN is an early opportunity. Once again, I wish you the best. I'll talk to you soon.